And first phase.
Yeah, no risks here. No risks.
This is very interesting because
10
the
seconds remaining.
most beloved hero of both teams is currently in the pool, or one of them. Chen has been
5
untouched.
seconds
Venno,
remaining.
Io.
Venno and Io as well are in.
think you
Very interesting.
take Venno first.
They predominantly have.
I think if you're Liquid, okay.
Ooh.
Night Stalker as well.
and
Think
Night
about it.
Stalker.
Yeah, Night Stalker. That's another challenge. I mean, we
That's a
didn't
hero
really
secret
talk
as
too
well.
much about it, but it is one of those challenged heroes between the two.
And Liquid banned Secret's favorite counter, Spirit Breaker. So this makes Night Stalker a better pick. I think Secret will definitely pick Venno as one of the heroes. I think that hero is one of the worst
10
matchups for Night
seconds
Stalker, if not the
remaining.
worst, just in terms of game flow. Kuro seems very happy.
5 seconds
Like,
remaining.
hey, we got their Night Stalker. What are you gonna do now? Openings that could work for Secret. Chen Venno, I think, is pretty strong. Chen is a great hero against Night Stalker. Groups up, plays 5 men, can dominate lanes early on. Night Stalker can't really deal with that. There's also still the Nature's Prophet is in, actually. Chen, Nature's Prophet, some Secret has run in the past as their first two, but have gone away from a bit. We'll see. I'm definitely expecting a Chen, at least. I feel like both, either Chen or Venno will definitely be picked. Or both. That's the Venno.
Why would they not pick Chen?
They might be afraid that it pigeonholes them a little bit too much, that their lineup is already so defined that they can't adjust very much later on. That's one of the things that Secret
10
kind of got
seconds
trapped by in
remaining.
the game when they went Night Stalker, Io as their supports, and then they wanted a Huskar later, but it
seconds
made their lineup
remaining.
fall apart. So if they're worried that they will be forced into playing more of a split push kind of game, then they've all fully committed to this 5-man style with a Chen pick. So that's probably what's going through Poppy's mind. Could also be thinking about picking his Bane.
Yeah.
Hero that's been
Has-
pretty successful.
Yeah, and he seems to have championed that over the last month or so.
Oh, that is okay.
Oh, hello.
Remember when we said Secret might be
core
too
open.
cute? I don't know. If I'm
When
feeling
was the
this
last?
one.
When was the last time you saw a two core open?
It's happened.
Has it happened
once
here?
before?
don't-
Liquid went Venno Brood in one of
Actually,
their games,
yes, they
but
did,
they were
yeah.
first pick.
Yeah.
This is very
10
different.
seconds remaining.
They're showing 2 cores right off the bat, and Liquid have a counter pick. This is very surprising
5
to me.
seconds
But
remaining.
Secret are probably in the position where they feel like we have the best Ember player in the world. If we want the hero, or at least one of them, maybe they feel like they have the best. I think both SCC and Mid1 and Miracle, all 3 are very good at that hero.
Well, maybe it's also
Also might.
because Liquid might respond with the IO pick in the first phase, and then they don't have to worry about the IO Ember combo later on too.
I don't really like that support duo so much.
I already-
Io Night Stalker is
Turn
just
to battle.
not the best pairing.
I
It is-
already like the mind games going on in this game.
But they
though.
can do offlane Night Stalker.
They
right?
could do offlane NS for mind control. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Liquid, one of the teams that would do that. Now they won't. This is one of the go-to heroes against Venomancer. They've picked the
Mhm.
Knight's Prophet,
10 seconds remaining.
Nature Stalker. Could you imagine that hero?
What was the one that you
5
you guys got me at
seconds
Epicenter
remaining.
last year?
I can't remember.
I got confused between. I wanted to say Earth Spirit. I know what it was. The Elder Spirit. That's what you
Elder
called it.
Titan and Earth Spirit.
Yeah, because the two of them came up at the same time, and I said Elder Spirit, and he went, "That's a great name for you." God, thanks, Sid. God,
Liquids turn
Brilliant.
to ban.
it's been a while.
Bench ban.
That's a fun opener, though, isn't it? What a fun opening phase.
Yeah, this is very unexpected.
What's the vent ban for?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
Something
Are they
later.
setting up for like a Bat
Yeah.
Rider, or it's also something that Liquid do play on Matumba Man. If they play high tempo style, they can put a core Venge, and it might be
10
something that Secret just
seconds
doesn't like to
remaining.
face.
It's been a while since they've gone for that. I don't even think they picked it up this tournament at
5
all.
seconds.
Matumba has been playing in pubs. I mean, this is when you're looking at this kind of matchup, this is one where you know every player in the opposing team, and you really know what they're doing. So
True that.
there's probably a bit more info going into this one than when, for example, Liquid played Keen yesterday. But so far, I'm more on board with Liquid's first 2 picks just because they have way more flexibility in what they do right now. Unless Secret Curveball doesn't put a support Venno, which is something we very rarely see, but is an option if it's too counterpicked as a core.
Liquids turn to ban.
Viper ban as well. Okay.
Do you think Jungle Venom has no place in this patch?
I think if you put Jungle Venno, it almost has to be an afterthought as a core. Because if you put one of your supports in the jungle for the first 5 minutes, good teams will just punish you way too hard. But if it's an offlaner and it
10
can't just flat out
seconds
can't lane, and you can go in the jungle and either get some farm or force supports to rotate on you, it frees up the map elsewhere. Whereas, let's say you put Venno jungle as a support, one support from the enemy team can just go and mess with you, and then it's equalized, and you have a support that's way more level dependent, just sitting around in the jungle and not getting. there's plenty of supports that can bully Veno alone.
Team Liquid's
Obviously, there's
turn
the
to
threat
pick.
of rotation, but yeah. If Secret want to be cute, they can try it. I don't think it's impossible. I just think it's hard, especially against Furion. Just come in and mess with you with Treants alone will already make it hard. So Lich, this is a hero Virtus Pro has banned first every game of the tournament, I think, regardless of opponents.
10 seconds
Just like,
remaining.
we hate Lich. Don't blame him. I love it though.
5 seconds
What
remaining.
does that say about me? Yep. That's solid laning for Secret secured. Now they can put the Lich with Ember so they can offset if they have a bad matchup. And Silencer. Interesting.
Okay.
These are very different approaches to what we've seen as of late from both teams.
Is this not what Virtus Pro were talking about, though, in the sense that if it was Virtus Pro that said it,
10 seconds remaining.
we don't like playing Secret because of this?
Well, Liquid are also doing something way different
5
too.
seconds.
Yeah, but aren't they
remaining.
reacting to Secret? Isn't that why? Because they're having to play slightly different or draft slightly differently?
That's a good point.
I would think part of the reason we're still not sure where the statement is from, right? Where
No,
we're saying that
It's
VP
not
don't want to play
attributed
Secret.
right now.
But
Rumors have it.
Secret, when they draft well, they are very good at getting good lane matchups. And that is something Virtus Pro hate playing against because Virtus Pro are a team that's very snowbally by nature and want to get off to a good start. Probably the reason they ban Lich every game is that no one doesn't want to tilt minute 5 and just leave. So then you don't want to play against Lich and dual mid. So it's probably just solo, making sure his mid player gets to play Dota when he bans that. This hero has plenty of issues. Lich, you can definitely outplay it with different heroes. One of them on Liquid's side right now. Actually, two of them. I think both Night Stalker and Nature's Prophet have potentials against Lich.
So it's Doom.
Fata Doom,
Mm.
he was really good with that hero.
Oh yeah.
One of his best,
Yeah.
for sure.
Very good.
I like it. It's a hero that can run in.
10
It can pressure the silencer very early on. Global really doesn't
5 seconds
mean anything
remaining.
to him. It's pretty nice. He has the Frost Armor to also back it up. One of the classic lanes that LFY ran at TI, the off lane Lich
Team
Doom.
Secret's
Yep,
turn
That kind
to
of just
bat.
ran over
Oh,
a
they
lot of
kicked
them.
Necro into Doom. That's unusual.
Why would you do that?
For the laning, probably. Liquids might be scared that they will lose the lanes too hard, so now they get a Matumba hero that can... If this is a lane in isolation, just Necro against Doom, Necro wins that lane pretty hard.
10
So,
seconds remaining.
This could be Liquid's way of either forcing the Lich to play in Doom's lane, or at
5
least
seconds
putting
remaining.
pressure on Secret to swap their lanes around in a way that they would not like.
Why do you think they pick Silencer? Just only for the Ember? What other reason is there for the Silencer pickup? Because this is the hero that Liquid would have not picked.
Liquid
at
have
all.
0 stuns to play with Silencer. It's a bit weird. Like, usually
Yeah.
you pick Silencer if you have, say, a Bat Rider, and you can lasso a guy, global Silencer, they can't
Turn to
counterplay and get that pick. But right now, they have no guarantee that they get a pick with the global.
Or to use it to counter a Shaker or something like that that jumps in.
Yeah, exactly. If it counters something, it wasn't like particularly great when they picked it here. I think there might be something.
They have had a reason for it though, which is what I'm curious. I'm trying to find that
10
reason.
seconds remaining.
I think the hero is in some ways pretty good against Ember because of Last
5
Word.
seconds
Ember is a
remaining.
very chaining type hero, so it's annoying when you get Last Worded.
So he
And of
did
course, the global sets you up to kill him off. But I just don't know if that's enough to justify it as a third pick in this draft. I'm not that big of a fan of this support duo in particular. Like Night Stalker Silencer, I think, do a bit of the same, like both playing around silence. If the first pick from Liquid would have been the GH Earth Spirit instead, I think it would have been a way better pick. Because then you can allow Earth Spirit to roll in, cast all his spells because he can't get counterplayed with global, and then play around it that way. But we'll see. I like Liquid's first phase a lot. The second phase to me falls a little bit flat. So currently a bit more in the Secret train here, but and Secret even had the last pick. So
Yeah.
I think they should be pretty happy with what they've got right now.
It's a very unusual Liquid draft, isn't it?
It really is.
Anyway, they throw us for a loop and do something like a Wisp last pick for Liquid and change one of those other heroes into a core.
Well,
What would you
what would
change?
you do? Mid silencer? It has to be the silencer that's a core then. I don't think you put core Night Stalker and support Furion, or have Night Stalker, Furion, and Necros your tri-core. That's a bit strange. Sounds pretty weak to me. I'm more or less set on this being a silencer support. We could see it actually, that's a fair point. I think silencer as a core is actually really strong against Ember Spirit in lane. That's a bad lane matchup for the Ember. If they're thinking that way, that could be a possibility. That's one of the pieces of information you give away when you pick Ember Spirit so early, is that this hero, in my mind, is almost a lock on mid. You can sometimes safe lane it, but very one-dimensional in its laning.
To pick.
And again, Aces Meepo.
Just in case.
Brood is still... No,
No,
that was
no,
first
no,
phase
no.
ban. I was like, I
No,
ban toward the end.
No,
I'm not used to
no,
looking
no,
up there
no,
for
no.
Brood. I'm not used to looking in the first phase for a Brood ban.
That was a good one. Sid.
Whenever you look at these two
10
teams, you look for
seconds
Brood, man. I'm just
You
saying,
do.
like, these
Yeah.
teams play that so much.
And the Meepo.
5
And the
seconds
Huskar.
remaining.
Gotta be sure you don't fall into traps. Is there anything left?
Anything cheesy?
Tricky here. So I think Liquid just flat out need a miracle here. Oh, okay.
Oh, hello.
It's
What
back.
are we saying?
Which of the two amazing Doom targets are you going to Doom now, Fonzo? Will you pick Necro or no?
A choice of two.
This, to me, looks like an absolutely outstanding Pugna game if they could fit it into their strat. But
10 seconds remaining.
Where would that go, though?
that's the
now?
thing. Like,
Yeah.
would they be try to be cute and put it on a 4? Phantom Lancer. Okay,
Okay.
because they... Yeah.
You may now select
So
your
it's
heroes.
support Lich and Doom by Yapzor now.
Yeah.
It looks like not a Fata Doom this time around. Will be Fata on Venomancer. We haven't seen that too much.
Fought on Veno.
Yeah, have you seen that? No.
Not recently. Oh, we've seen it a little bit, but that's like his. Those are his heroes. Viper, Razor, Veno.
This is a sick PL game, by the way. It is so good. The only thing that's dangerous to him is if Invoker combos him. Pretty much nothing else can even touch him.
You can't really combo him though because he has Doppelganger.
Yeah, there's Global Silence. So, you know,
By
and
Manta.
Night Stalker Silence.
By
So you
Manta, win
silence,
game.
then you force Manta, then you Global, then you combo. Come on, it's easy.
All right.
These guys are anti-I, man.
In one word, which way is game one going?
I like Secret a bit more. I think they have good counter picks. One word.
I will also go with Secret.
10 seconds
A
remaining.
plethora of words here at the desk as we will now wrap things up
5
and we'll go
seconds
back
remaining.
inside the Barclaycard Arena. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the second semi-final. It's all set nicely between Team Liquid and Secret. Let's see how they get on.
You couldn't ask for a better matchup here in the semifinal. On the final day of ESL 1 Hamburg, Team Secret versus Team Liquid. Kuro versus Puppey, the two long-standing Dota players turned cap veterans have both pretty good similarities between the two. They both have some young superstar positions in both their
Prepare
4
for
position as
battle.
well as their mid lane. They've got some veterans in there as well, especially Secret, having the experienced Fada in the off lane. Mind Control certainly adapted in his own in Liquid. He seems to be one hell of an off laner. I love this matchup, Wolves, but who do you really give it to after looking at this draft? I mean, we called the Phantom Lancer towards the end for Secret. Do you think that actually wins them this entire match?
I think it does. I think this hero is going to go relatively unchallenged. I think he's a really strong hero right now. I know he hasn't had the best statistics, but sometimes when you just have a really good PL game, it's going to be a really good PL game. But I mean, I'm really interested in this matchup. It could have easily been a grand finals anywhere else.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Secret have been on one hell of a roll, but they haven't proven themselves at the highest
30
level
seconds
yet,
to
right?
launch.
Like they haven't gotten themselves win at a minor. Now they're at the major. Now that this is their best shot to be able to establish themselves before this patch comes to a close. I also want to talk about what you said on the panel. Remember we were talking about how he had that thing that he said about being able to establish this meta as Team Liquid. And right here, right now, this is their opportunity to close out this patch.
Yeah, I know that Kuro's really interested in legacies, and being able to say we're the best from start to finish, I think would mean a lot to him, as both sides actually feature hometown favorites.
Yeah.
Both German players in this game on Secret and Liquid. I heard one dude clap.
Look at that. Team Liquid going for the invasion are able to pick up that extra bounty rune. So we're going to have Fada on the off-lane Venomancer. A little switcheroo that Secret gave us, and they're going to have Ace taking over the mid lane. The Phantom Lancer, a good matchup versus the Invoker, correct?
Yes, and Yapzor going to be playing this spoiler role where I think this Doom is going to be quite annoying. Doom has always been a very good hero against the Invoker because you can just simply run at him. Invoker's weakness has always been the fact that if you dual lane him, he can't really do a whole lot against it. And I think this support Doom kind of threw them for a loop. They were probably expecting something like Lich plus Doom in the off lane.
Yep.
But instead, it's something a little bit different here.
And that means we're going to be having safe lane for mid one on the Ember Spirit, guarded by Puppy's Lich. But he is going up against a Furion. This looks like a really tough lane for Secret. So even if they do get the one-on-one matchup, or even the two-on-two matchup in the mid lane, their safe lane is going to be suffering heavily.
And I think they're okay with that trade. Although you'd really like to see YapzOr try to grab a creep, make an aggressive move on this mid lane, as he had to use his first Devour just for the Treants. YapzOr being a bit of a greedy player, and this is the perfect hero for a greedy player.
Yeah, absolutely. A support Doom that can spend his time in the jungle, get his own set of farm. You can already see he's level 2. Looks like he actually picked up a bigger troll, so he does have at least the ensnare to be able to set up a gank here. Fada playing pretty aggressively. Running out of regen is going to have to go through healing south. And you can see poor mid one. At least they finally got the ice armor from Puppy, so that will help mitigate a lot of the physical damage that is being run at him by Mind Control's Furion, as well as GH's Night Stalker.
Right now, at bottom, Puppy, trying to drag the creep wave back, is going to be able to do so. And it looks like Mind Control and GH wanted to get aggressive, but likely to just wait until it's nighttime. No real rush for them. As up at top, Fada starting to get low, but
Oh, the
have that
Furion's
one.
going to be in here. Mind Control is going to be able to catch Fada, and that's going to be our first blood. As Verifier buys him a little bit more time, as well as the Magic Wand, but here comes the Sunstrike. Jehovah. Miracle is able to land the first blood here for Liquid.
and a very nice pickup for Invokers. That global presence allows them to get some XP, get some farm.
We've got double global heroes here, Invoker and the Furion, so this is a way that Liquid can really keep the pressure on Secret.
They don't have my favorite setups I've ever seen for Invoker Sunstrike. Oftentimes when they have something like this, they give Mind Control something like Beastmaster, but I think there are just some heroes that you don't want to give Mind Control, and Nature's Prophet happens to be one of them, and so Liquid pretty much has to pick it.
Yep.
You've got to kind of put the fear in people. In best of threes, you got to say, like, these are still the heroes that we are OP, try to beat them, and for Secret, it'll mean a lot if they can beat this Nature's Prophet in this first game, considering no one was able to really do it at TI.
Yeah, we saw TI, they were like, Jesus, this Furion is too much, and they banned it in the second and third game after giving it up in the
Radiant's
first
courier
series.
has been
Let's see
killed.
whether or not
Oh, he
Secret
even
are
sniped
gonna
the
be
courier. He's
separated.
inside base right now.
And he's getting on top of Matumba Ban. It looks like he may drop here as YapzOr's first rotation is going to be well worth it. But as you said, Mind Control did manage to snipe up.
Did he snipe it as it was leaving? That was such a weird position. He suicided in for it. I saw it happening. I was like, what is he doing there? And does manage to find the timing for it, and then immediately suicides to the fountain so he can make his way down bottom. But those were the tangos, I believe. As mid one also out of regen, and this is going to hurt them a lot more than I think they realize.
So you think after being able to snipe that and seeing that mid one's not going to be able to get regen, do we just continue to keep the pressure on that safe lane, keep the Ember Spirit down?
Yeah, but unfortunately he had to suicide for it,
Yeah.
which I think is the correct call. You're not getting out of there with your life.
So it's going to take him a little extra time to get back to lane.
It's also going to help Miracle out, who is really farmed right now. Performance in the game, level 5, has a Ring Bassi.
I thought the Fan
And a
Lancer
wand.
was supposed to win this matchup. What happened, Blitz?
It's the combination of him getting first blood.
Yes.
The largest thing is he got first blood, and they get the courier kill.
Here comes the rotation down to bottom lane. GH is going to go for mid one. They're trying to go for the body block with the Treants as well as the slow. With the
Sunstrike.
Sunstrike over the top, that's going to be another miracle kill. 2-2, maybe 2-3. Puppy barely gets out alive, it looks like, with the TP away. But now Liquid have completely forced this safe lane back to base. And they are going to have some free lanes, it looks like.
Yeah, right now both the safe lanes are suffering, as we saw YapzOr heavily prioritize harassing that top area. And Liquid, right now, it seems like most of their focus is trying to put pressure on lanes so that Miracle can get this very advantageous 1v1. And I say that now just because of such a good start he's had. And mid one at bottom getting dove by the illusions. Kroki, though, out of mana.
It's going to pop out that Flame Guard. GH
Maybe
is
they
going
just
to
want
try
to
and
chase
run
him.
him down here. Now, he doesn't have the silence, so he's just going to throw out the level 2 slope for the Void. But it looks like they are going to be able to bring him down with just the physical
Radiant's
attacks.
bottom
So
tower
Liquid
is under
gain
attack.
yet another kill. A TP in from the Doom here. Looks like YapzOr is going to try and keep the pressure off of this tower. Now, in some situations, you would see this kind of pressure and actually give up the safe lane tower early, but it doesn't look like Secret's going to do that, and it may cost them their lives. YapzOr's going to get out by another Sunstrike from Miracle. Liquid is just racking them up for Miracle to knock him down.
And most of the time you see Liquid, they try to like tri-lane mid, but this time around they're just creating space around the map finding kill opportunities. So even better for Miracle, as I think YapzOr, you have to give up on that area. Liquid, representing 3 heroes at once, are so strong early on, and
Do
something
we
that
start, what do we do as Secret to change this? Do we put Venomancer bottom lane and like switch up the lane somehow?
Yes,
Oh,
and that's
okay.
exactly what they're going to do. But this isn't going to be helpful for them either, as this is not an easy lane for the Veno to deal with. Only 1 level of the wards. That's going to help them spot GH. But something I was going to mention is when you have heroes like Doom and Ember who naturally have low int and low mana pools, it's very annoying to die around Silencer.
Oh, yeah, he just keeps racking up the intelligence, the stolen intelligence.
Especially as somebody who I know plays Doom, it's really, really annoying.
Yeah, percentage-wise, it's so much of your mana. Even just too intelligent, it hurts a lot. YapzOr, who's smoked up, is actually going to run a G8 here around that 6-minute bounty rune, and does have the help of Kuro, so YapzOr's in some serious trouble. Fada's going to make his way over. Looks like they're going to try and go for Kuro here. Fada actually tries to hit the slow onto GH as well. Misses out on that one. They're going to miss out on the kill
Sunstrike.
on Kuro as well. GH, look at YapzOr. He's hugging the heroes. He wants to make sure that he's not going to be cut up by
The
Sunstrike
courier.
here, but what a good run out from GH. Mike Joe gets another courier somehow, and GH is still going to be able to get away.
That career has spent all but 1 minute of this dead. I don't know how it's happening or how he's really timing it out, but I mean, he's finding the angle every single time, and that is so frustrating, I think, for Secret.
Do you think he actually just timed out like from the last, like 3 minutes later, and he was like, all right, it's up now, it's probably going to fly out?
He probably saw the courier going downwards and
Yeah.
then just timed it
Okay.
on its sent back, but that's still pretty absurd. Lose a courier twice like that,
Mm-hmm.
dead for 6 minutes. It's only been 7 minutes into the game. it's like it's been neck rolled like several times, but Mataba Man,
I mean, he's getting space too. Look at him. He's got a Staff of Wizardry on top of the dreads.
yeah, and it seems like Secret was unprepared to deal with this kind of pressure, but this is what Liquid does with their Nature's Prophet. They're going to play very aggressively in that offlane area, force a lot of pressure down there, and I think the thing that's throwing Secret off is they're not really helping this Invoker.
Yeah.
They probably expected there to be more support for this Invoker, but Miracle's been relatively untouched.
If you're Liquid, you're probably going to say, like, look, Miracle, you're going to have maybe some heroes running at you, but we're going to get you back into the game via stun strikes.
Yes.
Right? So as long as we're winning the other lanes and you're collecting the bounty for the kills, you're fine.
And the problem here is that I think Secret is playing too counter-aggressive. Like,
Okay.
they're trying to make things happen after the fact. Like, they're very reactively, I should say, as
Dire's
YapzOr.
top tower
Gonna pop
is
that
under
fire.
attack.
So you want them to start setting the tempo, like ganking Matumba Man some more. Like if you're going to lose your safe lane, you might as well make sure that the enemy safe laner is not having a good time. And Matumba Man has definitely made some serious recovery.
Yeah, but who's really having a bad time on the side of Liquid? And that's
Yeah.
the problem is, okay, so they go bottom to help out, but that lane's already dead. Miracle, by that time, he's too hard to gank. And top, all of a sudden, you haven't really touched that area in quite some time. Matumba Man's starting to get farmed. And this is the dangerous Liquid when they're able to win all 3 of their lanes because they have very greedy cores. But if they can do it this successfully, and look at the gold lead, 4,008 minutes is really fast.
Okay, so I feel like we're beating on Secret almost as hard as Liquid is right now. But what about like the fact that they do have some pretty strong mid-game heroes? Like surely they're going to hit a swing at some point in time where the Ember Spirit, now that he's got his ultimate, can start going around getting some kills. They'll have Doom up as well. Venom is a strong mid-game hero. Like they can at least bring this game back via some of those early team fights, right?
Yeah, probably missed their early game timing with their Doom,
Radiant's
but
top tower
the next
is
one
under
is
attack.
let him get level 6, then start going over the map. Get aggressive, take down one of the cores. And the good news is, if you are playing against a Nature's Prophet, you can almost always get back into the game because it's hero can't team fight.
Here got TP in. Looks like he's going to go for Puppy here. Surrounds him with the
Another
trees, and
one.
he is going to be able to get another Sunstrike kill for Miracle, dominating already for the 10-minute mark.
This is starting to get
Dire's
a little
bottom
bit out of
tower
control
is
right
under
now.
attack.
As normally you really want to pressure this Invoker. That's what we thought would happen with this with this Doom PL mid, but for the most part, he's been untouched and now mind control.
This is spiraling out of control now. What is Mid-Wan up to here? He's cutting the creep wave, runs into the Invoker. Looks to be able to take
Get a
it before he
little,
comes back. Matumba not able to get the Reaper Scythe off, nor would have killed Mid-Wan. The Flame Guard's
Radiant's middle
and
tower
it looks like
is under
Secret-
attack.
They might just be afraid to make the courier leave the base. I'm not sure if anybody needs any items right now, but you've got to be careful. Mind Control has represented that he's willing to snipe it multiple times as YapzOr going to make his way up here. Doesn't want to use the Doom quite yet, though.
But they do have GH as well as Mind Control coming in from the side, so they're actually going to try and get a counter kill onto Fada. Stopping the TP with the Void, but they're not going to be able to stop YapzOr's TP out. So it is going to be a core for a support to the favor of Liquid.
Still, with this kind of gold lead, I think a relatively even exchange. Like, they got to get kills happening on the map. They didn't have to spend
Starting to go
Doomford
on
either. Dagon completed on
Oh, he's gonna pop with the Dagon. He's gonna be able to bring down mid. He did not see that one coming.
I didn't see that coming either. That
Oh, the Dagon early
Radiant's
pick up
bottom
11
tower
minutes
is
in
under
from
attack.
Matumba Man, and it's already worth it.
That's so cool. He was going as if he was going to go for a 4-star.
Yeah.
And it was like, all right, I've got Flame Guard. There's no way that I can die. So much magic damage there. Bursted out. 20 seconds still on the deck for him as YapzOr making his way up top, but Mind Control already
Radiant's
TPing
bottom
out.
tower is
They're going to
under
spot
attack.
this with the ward air. Here we're going to
Missing
see it
out
again.
Another gang. So mid one's thinking to himself,
Level 4 Flame Guard.
Remnants, level 4 Flame Guard. I could just burn you down. All of a sudden, it becomes too much. And mid one down for 40
Radiant
seconds off of that
structures
down.
are fortified.
Straight up lane as now Ace, he's got to make something happen. You can't have this passive laning phase anymore.
Radiant's
Starting to
bottom
go
tower
around the
is
map.
under attack.
Phantom Lancer isn't like
Dire's
the
top tower
best
is under
core to
Radiant's
go
bottom
around killing
tower has
us, right? Like, I
fallen.
feel like he's more of a 25, 30 minute after you've diffuse a blade and some stats.
He needs to just continue to farm right now. But I fear for his team's ability to fight without him right now.
Yeah.
As they have Lich, who hasn't had the easiest game either. As Puppey is around, his game hasn't slowed down a lot. GH, even a higher level. In mid, Mind Control already starting the Treant Assault as he wants back up mid one, popping that Flame Guard preemptively. But I think mid tower is going to be the next location.
God, look at this smoke up around. Liquid really want
They
to
got
take
spotted,
that mid tier 1 away.
Radiant
That
are
ward
scanning.
saw them and is going to confirm this, that they are
Dire's
grouping around
top
this mid
tower
area.
is
And
under
Secret,
attack.
they've done their homework. They know that this move is coming. YapzOr, though, might still get spotted out. He's going to start taking the high ground as the illusion start making its way up. And the ward is placed. Preemptively pops that Scorched Earth.
So it looks like
Radiant's
Secret are
middle
kind of
tower is
just
under
this one
attack.
up.
They know for a fact that they're
Dire's
behind the
top
tower
tower
area now.
is
Nice
under
attempt at a
attack.
deny, but Kuro doesn't do enough
Dire's
damage.
structures are fortified.
Mid one's going to join them here.
Radiant structures
But
are
the tower is
fortified.
already under so much assault. It's definitely going down before Secret are able to contest this. So they're going to lose that
Radiant's
map
middle
control.
tower has
It
fallen.
just seems like Secret are beating this. It's, Liquid's just too strong, right?
Yeah. I did like that they were able to de-ward. They sensed that coming. It's a very obvious play after you go for the bottom tower to just immediately connect it.
Yeah.
Especially considering that the tower was already at half HP.
And look at Fada. He also reads the fact Liquid's coming this way. It seems like Secret have, again, as you said, done their homework about Liquid, seen what kind of rotations they like to make. They're reading the strategy of Liquid very well. They just didn't really anticipate the laning phase.
No, not at
And
all.
because of that, they're at such a deficit that they just can't even fight Liquid.
Yeah, it just feels like they know what's happening and they still can't.
Yeah.
Gold lead already at 7,000, and this is a really casual 7,000 gold lead. It doesn't feel as if there's any large-scale engagements that allowed this to happen,
Mm-hmm.
but it's just largely on the fact that all three of their
Dire's
cores
middle
steadily
tower
farming
is
over
under
YapzOr,
attack.
does have that Doom available. 13 minutes in, we haven't seen it
Really
quite
need
yet.
This kill. Really, really need this kill. But there is Liquid sitting here on the side. In fact, the side is next to Matumba Man. More importantly, he has Global Silencer. So YapzOr is not going to see that opportunity to go for Matumba Man. Matumba Man's not being punished for his super greedy build of the Dagon. Because that means he has Hood Defiance. He's super susceptible to magic damage, but they haven't killed him since.
Nobody is being punished for
Yeah.
their greedy builds. Right now, Miracle Invoker has a lot of items that don't provide him anything. After to that Ags, once he has the Ags, of course, he's going to ramp up his effectiveness, but for the most part, this guy's just been farming Ancients and farming that neutral creep triumvirate as Fada mid.
They're going to go for it with the haste room. They're going to try and bring Fada down now. They're going to get the side. Oh, Jesus! Ooh. That is the kitchen sink being thrown at poor Fada.
Yeah,
Matumba Man is the one to pick up the kill off the Reaper's side.
50 seconds dead. That is a really long time.
Dire are
I think he
scanning.
does have his Midas. Is he going to lose Midas efficient for that?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Oh no. That's really weird.
See those stats. YapzOr does manage to get off the Scorched Earth, so he's okay in this
Dire's
situation.
bottom
But
tower is under
again,
attack.
it's Secret either
Radiant's top
dying
tower is under
or
attack.
retreating from every single engagement. They have yet to be the ones to set the tempo of this game.
What's weird for me, Cap, is that it's heroes that you don't often see setting up these fights.
Dire's
This
bottom
Necroblade
tower
just
is under
running
attack.
around.
Running around. Yeah.
Yeah,
The
he's-
Dagon, Reaper's Sight.
as much as Secret don't have these heroes that can easily do it, hold that thought as Ace
Oh,
gonna
they
get
got
silenced
the
up.
silence off.
Or is the Sunstrike
Sunstrike's
again?
coming in. They're going to be able to bring him low. Ace is going to be able to get the Doppelganger up, but he's already so low. He needs the assistance. Actually, he's going to be able to bottle up. Turns around with a gate cross bounce around. They might be able to kill GH. Yapzor's going to be able to clean up this kill. Matamba Man actually managed to sneak around the side and get Ace from behind. Brought him down with a Dagon and will TP out to safety just as you think Secret might be able to take one up over Liquid. Well, let's see. They've at least got Kuro, it looks like. Mid-one should be able to run him down pretty easily with the Remnants and the Flame Guard burn. So that's a free beat. Finally, Secret get themselves a kill that doesn't cost them so much more.
And they really needed that, because I'm still struggling to figure out like how this game is exactly happening, because Liquid, of course, the Nature's Prophet can TP around and set stuff up, but he's not a natural disable or anything. And so most of this is coming around from GH, who has just been everywhere, deep on the map so far, already has that medallion, and he's just been a thorn in Secret's side. As Liquid, they have full map control right now. They've done a very good job of setting up fights around that Sunstrike, even without any of those reliable disables.
I love the first staff choice that he's thinking about right now. Saw a unusual four staff picked up yesterday off of the Queen of Pain course. Thought that was a pretty cool idea.
Yeah, they just need more team fight. They need ways to be able to kite, because the downside of their lineup is they don't have these stuns, so they have to continue to do these like hit and run maneuvers for them to be able to get kills. And right now it's successful, and maybe there is a time where they will just be able to get a lot of farm as Global Silence pop
They're going to
bottom.
go for bottom lane with the Reaper Scythe already being used. Doesn't get hit by this strike, but does get hit by Matamba Man's Death Bolt.
And the ult
Radiant's bottom
doesn't
tower
end up
is
killing
under
him,
attack.
but still,
Pipe.
he's got a full
Oh.
pipe. You're right. This is going to shore up the team fight even further. It just keeps getting worse and
Radiant's
worse right now for
bottom
Secret as
tower is under
GH.
attack.
Prince Puppy slows him down.
Doesn't have the Frost Armor on him either, the Sunstrike.
Sunstrike, that one's going to miss.
And GH has to get out of here. Is
It
in
actually
fact
flies straight up into the tree. Accidentally knocks down those trees.
Radiant structures
For his
are
TP out.
fortified.
and it
Radiant's
looks
bottom
like
tower
Liquid,
is
they want to
under
play this
attack.
early game tempo a little bit faster, as now that they've got the Orchid, anybody is liable to die now.
So, do you agree with Secret taking this slower?
I don't know. They still haven't used Doom, I think.
Yeah.
My knowledge is almost 20 minutes into the game right now. I just think they're being run around and they can't read the moves because their ward vision isn't exactly the best either.
Other lanes are being shoved in because of Furion. Pretty
Yeah.
much there's only one lane that's ever pushed in.
And game
By,
is paused.
Puppy will pause the game for poor Ace, who's currently DC'd out.
I just noticed the bottom left and the bottom, it shows who glyphed and who.
Yeah, it shows both the glyphs and both the
That's awesome.
scans.
Take a quick pause, but yeah, it feels like Secret right now. They're just being run ragged. The fact that they haven't been able to utilize their Doom whatsoever in this game. It's 18 minutes, hasn't used a single Doom, has been level 6 since the 10-minute mark. They just can't really get them online, and as a result, none of Liquid's cores are getting punished. Yeah, they lose Kuroki once in a while, but nobody else is dying.
Would you say that you put most of this on GH? We're back game here. You put most of this on GH, but Furion had a large impact. Well, just watching the first 18 minutes, no matter what the outcome is.
Oh,
Feels
for
like the Furion has had enough impact. Would you, as Secret, ban it in game 2?
I mean, we haven't gotten to that point yet. I think we're being a little bit presumptuous here because I think Secret's team fight is still very strong.
Mhm.
If you doom somebody, who cares how much net worth you have? You've been doomed.
I guess my point is, like, oftentimes the hardest part of the game to make work for a Furion is that early game. And
Yes.
they have done it with stars.
Yeah, they're really comfortable playing around this hero.
Radiant are scanning.
And we're seeing here as they're going to scan Secret. They're not even trying to make an aggressive maneuver. They just want to farm. They're so afraid right now of going around the map that they're willing to scan just to see if they can farm a little bit further.
Don't worry, Fada. It's the little things in life. Maybe losing this game by 8,000 gold, scores 5-10 before the 20-minute mark, but at least you can deny that double.
You got to be happy about those things. As Pup has a Quelling Blade. Really for the ward deny, I think.
And Treant, or
The Sprout.
yeah, bro.
That's like minor annoying.
I mean,
It's a good golden
it's a
investment.
little bit annoying when you can't get out. And it's a free Sunstrike.
Radiant's
That's
top
true.
tower is
That's your
under
stun.
attack.
That's like 500 pure damage straight to the poor Lich, who's only got probably 800, 900 HP.
Yeah, it's not fun being battle domed.
It looks like our final tier 1 tower is going to drop here. Like, take it
Radiant's
for
top
free. And
tower has
a
fallen.
secret all their. I think this is maybe putting it mid. Like, just going to keep going for this tier 2. Force secret into some sort of
Radiant's
reaction.
top
They're
tower
gonna
is under
ape
attack.
on Matama Man, as long as he can get it off before the Doom, it's
And
going to be
Global
really hard for them
Silence.
to fight, yeah.
It's so hard to be able to burst anybody.
So the play here is as soon as somebody gets doomed, as the silencer, you just pop Global Silence and you force that. Then you just reset the fight, wait for the Doom, and go for it again. Because the Necro will regen so quickly, he has a high amount of HP regen
Right.
with that pipe. It's okay to take some of these floppier fights, as long as those things are done in that order. And that's why Secret are so hesitant to fight, even with Liquid taking all of their tier 2 towers.
Is there, can we get like offensive staff used on Matamba Man or something, just to get him a little bit closer to you?
Maybe,
It's like jumping out is gonna be a hard ask for a secret.
but they want to take this fight. This is not a tower that they want to give away for free. They've given away too much of the map already, and if you lose this tier 2 tower, then you're liable to just get Roshan'd, and Liquid can start playing the split up the map game even further
Yeah,
and take over that area.
but you could see Liquid didn't have a ward in front of that offlink tower.
Yeah,
So
they-
they see Secret's movements. They backed off as there were 5 heroes, but now they know Secret are eventually going to split apart here. They're going to get the catch potentially of the Venomancer, who gets forced down a little bit farther away. Sunstrike just on the edge. Looks like Mind Control is able to pick it up with his
Radiant's
ultimate.
bottom
Reaper
tower
Scythe brings
is
the Doom a
under
little bit
attack.
low, who's going for Miracle's Invoker in the back line. And Spirit's going to join him mid-one, hope to be able to catch up, but immediately silenced up. Now being juked around by Miracle back at the rest of his team. Hopes to be able to get a save from the Necrophos and will be able to. Mind Control, the TP out, is barely going to be able to make it alive, but the rest of the heroes are a bit low. So it looks like Liquid is just going to be able to clean up the rest of the Secret. They're going to be forced to retreat. Not getting hit by that tornado. May still be chased down here with no doppelganger up for another second.
Mind Control.
The backline with the Orchid is going to be able to get the Ember Spirit kill. Now Ace is going to move forward, try and get the kill on the Mind Control, surrounding him with solutions. But the damage is already done. They've lost their core, and now with the red Liquid backing Mind Control up. In fact, they're just down here. They're going to be able to take copy as well. Venomancer's going to go for the TP, and maybe Liquid have already extended themselves, but they don't have a. Oh, no, they don't have a stun.
Radiant's top
Just a
tower
TP
is under
away.
attack.
It's so easy for Matama Man to get out of these engagements now that all support's dead.
Radiant's top
Liquid
tower
even
has
gets
fallen.
that tier 2. It's a goddamn massacre here in game number 1.
And Mind Control even keeping bottom to further maximize the farm, breathing even heavier down the necks of Secret as Liquid with full control. First Doom of the game used, and it largely led to nothing. And in fact, it led to his team all dying and then losing the tier 2 tower.
Yeah.
And now the one area that they could farm, this ancient area, is being taken away from them.
Ancient, yeah, that like triangle you're talking about.
They don't feel comfortable going into their own jungle because they don't know about the ward vision. Next move they make is probably you just buy a desperation gem because you can't play under this kind of vision game. And once you grab that tier 2 up at top, you go for the Roshan. I think Secret are aware of this, but fighting it is another story.
Especially with Liquid. I feel like this is something Novs does with Roshan. They will start a Roshan with like 2 heroes, and they'll always have someone scouting out really far forward so they can actually get the initiation on the team trying to contact Roshan rather than the other way around. Miracle was putting forward with his Invis. Not in a space, though, to be able to stop the Ignis and move forward into the Roshan. It is going to forward put out.
What I'd like to see right now is Matama Man back out, let the Nature's Prophet push out
Are scanning.
both of the side lanes, and once somebody goes to this bottom lane, then you can go back into the Roche Pit if you feel like it.
Yeah. But at the same time, Secret do have a pretty good hero to be able to deal with that, right? They can just have the Ember Spirit run at bottom, and he
Yes.
can always jump back to do that Roshan plays a rent.
Especially now that he has the Yule Scepter. That's
Yeah.
going to make it a lot easier for him. But Lincoln Summer 1 completed on Liquid. Last check, they wanted one on Miracle.
Yeah.
Who's steadily getting closer to his. And once that happens, Cap, the teamfight initiation is just simply not going to be here for Secret. They don't have any of these heroes that ignore the Lincolns very easily, like the
Yeah.
Earthshaker or the Earth Spirit. Instead, they've got a lot of single target focus on.
It's going to be super hard as the Doom. You have to get like the Penetrating creep or the Purge creep, jump in, pop the Lincolns with that ability, and then get Doom off. But problem with that is Mind Control is going to have Tornado, Snap, something to be able to interrupt you in that short period of time.
Yeah.
Mind Control has his Orchid. So that extra like half second that it takes for you to be able to cast something pop Linken's is devastating.
It feels like an eternity.
Yeah.
Especially against players playing at this level. You don't get that kind of time as Miracle up at top. He's waiting for mid one, or he's popping some spell, but just gonna push out the wave right now. And his team are gathered up in this mid area. Looks like they're pinging around, and Matama Man actively popped Grove Shroud, but was afraid of getting gone on. Still very tanky though.
The Invoker and the area, now that they have those Lincolns.
Dyer's
Because they
middle
know
tower
it's so
is under
unlikely
attack.
for them to be caught by Secret at this point, especially with the aggressive vision that they have down top lane. They still have that laning wolf. It's going to be able to see most rotations through that off lane jungle area.
And even though they're only 8
Radiant are
kills,
scanning.
Liquid have built up a 13,000 gold lead. That's one more Midas in, and Miracle will have paid off.
Man Smoke protecting Miracle as he pushes in top lane, looking for that pick off. He's going to find it onto 8. It's going to be caught by the Reaper's side.
Even hit by the Sunstruck. Beautiful play by Liquid. This might just lead them into a high ground scenario as Secret. They'll be hard pressed to defend this. They don't have the best heroes at defending this. They do have the Venomancer, but he's not in place to place those wards. Only has one down so far. Already going to get gone on.
Might as well try and buy back
Radiant
GH.
structures
Give
are
himself a little bit of
fortified.
push. It's down the cliff. 45 seconds are going to have to deal with this siege if they want to be able to keep the buyback intact for Venomancer. It seems so
Radiant's
unlikely
bottom
that they're going to be able
tower
to do
is
that,
under
but we'll
attack.
see. Mid-one pushes himself forward. They get a little bit of damage there. Now the new initiation on the Necrophos, but there goes that defensive forward, trying to get him back to the rest of the team. Hoping to be able to keep the Necrophos alive here, but they're going to be on by slightly dead. Mid-one gets getting blood. Actually going to be able to bring down Crow with the help of Ace. Now towards the circle. Goes for a TP out, goes for the invis, but they do have
Look
that
at bottom,
extra
though.
blade. Is going to be able to catch that one. TP in, Mind Control. They're going to be able to catch him as well. Mid-one goes for it with the boots of travel, and Mind Control does not have the Orca to be able to stop him here. Tries to go for the Sprout, doesn't quite catch him. Mid-one catching up, goes for the TP out. As long as they actually get the disable here, the Eagle Scepter, and then they get the chance to be able to stop the follow-up, but he gets the Orca off, and Mind Control is going to be able to make it out alive.
Very well done. Was waiting to pop that Yule Scepter.
Dyer's
It's the first
middle
TP so
tower
that he
is under
uses
attack.
it. Then the second
Dyer's
one.
structures are fortified.
Monster. Especially since he put himself right on top of the
Radiant's
creep wave
top
before he
shrine
did it,
is
so
under
he had to
attack.
use the Scepter
Dyer's
for
middle
that
tower
first
is
disable.
under attack.
And I really like he went for that play. He understands this is a lost fight. The only way that they can win that fight is if Matama Man is able to live for even half a second, but he recognizes, okay, my team, we've definitively lost this fight. There's no point in me also throwing my life away. Let's create some pressure so they can't immediately go for an objective like
This
Roshan.
Mid-one with a double damage, and yeah, we're coming in nice double chains with Brendan in. We're going to be able to bring down both of these supports. Secret. It looks back far. Trying to set the tempo of this game, but take that tier 1 tower away from Liquid as well, and that gold lead is beginning to plummet for
Dyer's middle
Liquid.
tower
Yeah, we talked
is
about it. This is what happens when you don't have these disables. You're always going to get initiated on them. We thought they had enough farm, but 15,000 gold now going down to 8 as
Miracle.
Miracle wants this kill on the
You
puppy.
dirty dog, you leave those poor supports alone. Puppy's gonna snap a cold nap. No man, hell that he's getting out of that one. Will put the push on the top lane. Now here's rotation, Sunstrike.
Hit one.
Or no, not Sunstrike. Mid-one's not gonna catch him.
Yeah, has an Arcturne and a DD. Miracle gonna get out of there as now starting to get really far. Almost has that fully completed Radiance. There is no lockdown available for him. Only silences, so that Yule Scepter is especially effective right now. And Liquid, without any hexes on their side,
Radiant's bottom
gonna be
shrine
hard
is under
just to
attack.
find initiation.
Yeah, they're gonna have to like throw Reaper's Sight at the Ember Spirit thing
Yeah.
just to be able to get some control on him, and that's not really your ideal.
Shows you that even if you're ahead 15k when you have a lineup that doesn't have these stables,
Radiant's
or the
bottom
fight
shrine
ability.
is under attack.
and for the most part, you want to avoid these fights.
Mhm.
Secret,
Radiant's
obviously,
bottom shrine
much stronger
has
overall
fallen.
5-on-5 right now.
Now, at least we did get that tier 3 bottom lane, a nasty engagement at top. So the shrines are unlocked. We've already taken one of them, bottom one. And Furion is eventually going to throw treants at that top shrine. As we're not only talking about pretty big boost in gold for Team Liquid, but also a lot more map.
The seeds of force.
That's what they need right now. They need to further built that lead up.
Just suffocate the secret, right? Just build and build more and more of an advantage. It's kind of like that. There was a Chinese saying where if you can't go high ground, your advantage is false, right? A little bit ringing true here for Liquid, just because of the fact that they don't have the team fight
Radiant's
to
top
always
shrine is under
guarantee
attack.
out Secret.
Yeah, and Secret, even gonna make an aggressive smoke maneuver. Trust their team fight right now, and the only person showing right now on
Radiant's top
Liquid.
shrine is
Corrode.
under attack.
A little bit ahead right now.
Fought it a pretty good actor. Look back, and if you're gonna play a little
Radiant's
hesitant.
top
Oh,
mid one went for
missed
it.
chain there. Mid one didn't
Radiant's
actually get the
top
sleight of
shrine
fist
is
onto
under attack.
Matumba Man. There might be a catch. Mind control. Step forward. The Apps are able to help. Mid one out. Hope to be able to close in on that court.
This might be the fight they need.
They're gonna go the precise, bringing Doom low. They finish him off from mind control. Now the chain frost comes in. It's not gonna do much. Only between the two of them. Now H
Radiant's top
trying to
shrine
pursue, but
is
Ace
under
makes
attack.
sure that there is no pursuit on the rest of Secret as they back off. Miracle immediately going for the fast split push. This is going to force Secret to TP back, and you can see Liquid are surging forward, trying to catch some of these heroes that are teeing away.
They need a Roshan right now on Liquid. They force people bottom, they force people top. I think this is one of the best opportunities that they're going to have to go for it. They're setting around that area. GH already popping the fly just to see if there's anything there.
Radiant's top tower is
And
under
with the
attack.
ward in there, it seems like they're a little bit spooked as Miracle gonna finish out a BKB now. Trying to get really farmed. And Kuro,
Radiant's top
Just
tower.
missed.
gonna
Finish
die
off
for that.
the shrine.
He's gonna
Ace
die
does
for
a
that.
lot of damage very quickly. Miracle could not get a tornado off in time to save his ally.
at the same time, Mind Control takes another tower, really gets out. Now it's two sides that are exposed. And this is exactly what Liquid want to do. They want to continue to put up pressure without sacrificing too much. And Control gonna try to solve his team's disable issue.
And see if he can pick up that Scythe of Vice. That'll help for sure.
Not lacking damage. With a Dagon 2 and a Shiva's Guard or Necro,
Yeah.
plus Sunstrike, any hero goes down. They just need the ability to block somebody up.
He's trying to get in 5. You could just Reaper Scythe the Ember Spirit and then just throw a bunch of damage at him in that like 1.5 second window where he's disabled.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea whatsoever. Necro, though, of course, not the most mobile hero as Secret. Gonna go for another smoke as Fada.
Oh, get to mid one. He needs your help badly. Gets the Ul Scepter. See if he can himself away before the damage comes in. But
Sunstrike.
immediately silent. Chain Frost ain't gonna be able to come through. Damage coming in from the Doom as well. He might be able to bring down Man, which is a big time kill. And worth it. Here comes the back. Nuts on it. Could be able to push back 2 of the members. And it looks like Ace is just on full retreat here with BK Miracle. They really want to fight. They just want to be able to get the quick kill on
lives
GH
here.
and maybe be able to get out of here. Ace is able to slide away, but after with minus armor with Miracles in, it may be a little too much. A lot of turns and fights get the points. Matumba Man is able to get that kill, which will gladly help him. He needed that regen. He was dropping dangerously low, especially with the poison on him, so he heals up. They're going to be able to establish control of the map again. Liquid may not have gotten Roshan. He certainly won that fight.
And with the 3 high ground heroes dead on the side of Secret, including the Lich for his Frost Armor, I think this is going to mean a high ground attempt again as they start shoving in this bottom area, but Liquid instead content to go for the Roshan. It's just going to be Matumba Man down here, and Liquid should be able to nab this very easily themselves. But they would have tried to go for the buyback.
Not feeling comfortable with potentially caught. I mean, if you think about it that way, right? If you force a buyback and get caught for trying to retreat, the team fight goes the way of Secret. Boom, they've got Roshan for themselves. The buyback, worth it. So Liquid here going for the safer play.
In- As Roshan of the game goes to late one, considering the kind of dominance you've shown 33 minutes into the game, the goal finally doing what they wanted to again.
Yeah, going down.
Yeah, and it's on the back of taking smarter team fights, going for these single pickoffs, not trying to group up. If you allow Secret to take these on straight up on 5s, it's going to be rough for you as Yapro doesn't have trying to devour, run forward, get back, and it's going to be mid show himself front.
We're getting closer to full 25 of the Evoker, and Tornado will certainly help out Liquid in this issue. It's hell for an Ember Spirit to play around the Tornado that's up.
Isn't
in a
Miracle
few seconds?
one of the few that go for the AoE still?
I think it's AoE blasting.
Radiant's middle tower
It might be a
is under
little
attack.
different, but
Between a PL and Ember Spirit, I figured Tornado would be more value.
getting a little bit lower as Matumba Man with the Aegis.
Yeah, get
they're
that chip
daring him.
damage on Rain Rash. Nice use of the Ghost. They're actually
Oh,
They managed to force out
Radiant's middle
Reaper's
tower
Sight
is
from
under
Matama
attack.
Man. He thought he was going to be able to get killed there, but can
Radiant's
Secret
middle
actually
tower
take
has
advantage of
fallen.
that cooldown?
I don't think so.
No, doesn't look like it. In fact, you could already see Reaper Spirit going to bottom lane, looking to meet the Fury on split push.
And my control has that Hex available. Not as usual DPS build, but had to adjust up this game and does so. Miracle Vista just walking around.
Trying to finish up that Octarine, level 25.
He's really close to it.
No need to use this Aegis right away, right? You always say establish map control first. That first couple minutes of Aegis.
It's really ability to grab an Aegis and then immediately go for a 5-man. If you blow the team fight, then you lost your ability to take over the map, and so it was kind of a lost cause in my control.
Might just catch
Has
me
X.
on here with the side device. They get a little bit of control. It's just not the damage follow up. They need a Sunstrike coming in. It goes off. Maybe they can actually get the silence follow up with the global sense. They might be able to catch him. They even have GH. Another silence to follow this one up. Mid one's gonna be caught a little bit longer.
Oh, he's fast.
Jump himself away. He gets out. Did they change? Did they change their silences?
Yeah,
I think they did.
has some Liquid.
A little bit of overlap
Could have been a
there.
kill, but
Yeah.
they just didn't have the damage necessary for him. First had to break that flame guard as Doctor Core now completed. They see Liquid in this mid area as GH. Starting to press on forward, doesn't have that Aghanim Scepter, so no flying vision for him quite yet, and with no gem available. But he is going to run into Puppey, who's starting to get low, but Yapsor right there to protect him, and now the chain cross is let loose.
Oh, wow, Secret is here to be able to protect their captain. Puppey may still die from the urn take down here. Oh, just enough to be able to keep himself. Now the Tama Man's in kind of a bad issue here. Ace is going to chase Kuro. They're not really focusing down this Necro. The answer's going to for the back line. He's going to go for the Fury, but that leaves Miracle a little unintended. So they're just going to
Tama
go
Man's
back
alone.
from the Tama Man and finish him off, and let Nickel do whatever he wants. If he wants to retreat, that's fine. They're going to take away the Aegis of the Necros. Back up. They're actually going to go looking for a big here. Definitely combination. But Tama brought down to half HP. Is going to be able to regen after a lot of this one if they can just get one of these kills. It looks like they've got all of them here. Liquid, they managed to hit big time out of Secret. They just run out of ammo here. Team members dead. Down from Secret. Only the two cores of Emissary and Phantom Lancer.
And we see now why he goes with the AoE Evening Blast.
Yeah.
He walks in, pops it, entire team.
Just caught unaware by Miracle's side rotation. That's something they maybe got to keep their eye on a little bit better. It's hard to constantly keep up that counter vision, but if you don't have that, Miracle is going to be able to slide into good positions for this team fight.
Yeah, Secret that they just like fight with GH down. That's one less 4-staff, one less hero to worry about. You need to press any kind of advantage that they have, and numbers one is pretty important for them as now. But Tama Man,
Scythe plus Orchid takes a lot of damage. Doesn't have a whole lot to work with either. He's only got one nuke off
are
of one.
fortified.
there's a part though completed on Ace, so he doesn't go down easily as with two heroes down on the side of Secret, seeing their advantage as much as they can let it go.
But
As
look, it was just drawing attention to this spot level.
Radiant's
Miracle
top
goes for the
barracks
real
are under
shove
attack.
Yeah.
at top lane. Tries to finish off this melee wraps. If he can do it in time, Vada not quite enough to be able to catch Miracle.
Yeah, Yapsor.
Back
Now
over
being
to
dragged
bottom
back.
lane. They'll get that
Radiant's
ranged
top
Rax, and
barracks
both
has fallen.
melee Rax is down to half HP here. Secret, they're getting torn apart. If Miracle is going to pop the BK and finish off that, melee Rax goes for the TD out. So this should be the retreat of Liquid now that the pressure of Miracle is gone. But they got what they need for. They got both the melee Rax at top as well as the range Rax at bottom.
And there's absolutely nothing that they can do about him. When he pops that BKB, has that Lincoln's available, even if Yapsor did have Doom, which he didn't, unable to complete anything, as Miracle going to make his way down there again, and Liquid, I think they continue to do this. Why take a straight 5-on-5 fight and just anything when you can just split Secret around the map? Secret don't have that heavy initiation. They've got to show somebody, and it's easy for them to start this in this.
Yeah, we just don't have those traditional like part initiating forward positions or offlaners on either side. So these team fights can get pretty messy.
Without that available, it becomes a game where Liquid are saying to themselves, okay, throw yourselves outside of your base. If you don't do so, well, we'll just bang on your build. And if you don't commit to a fight, we'll take your Rax. And if you do commit to a fight and you happen to lose it, we've got a lot of mobile heroes. Miracle can just TP back in. Nature's Prophet can do the same. You can't afford to lose any fights, and that's why Secret are so reluctant. And they were willing to give up that Rax mid one. Doesn't connect.
18,000 gold lead for Liquid, 20 to 14 to their favor.
Yeah, and I'm trying to figure out what number it is where it doesn't matter what kind of heroes they have. And this might be the number, 20k.
20k. Yeah, I don't think I've seen any comebacks. We'll see. Secrets make a little magic happen here at ESL 1 half.
You just need to like Doom. The game pretty much falls on the apps first.
How many of them?
You
How
need,
many really good Doom do you need?
you need really good one.
I was hoping to be able to see like maybe a refresher starting to be built. No, he's nowhere close to that.
The problem is there's too many targets for him to do.
Yeah.
If you don't do the Nature's Prophet, well, and because of Hex and an Orchid, and if you don't do Matoma Man, he's pretty unkillable.
And you have to deal with Lincoln's as well,
Yes,
which
and
he's played very well around. I don't think he's had a Doom blocked by Lincoln's yet, but it's going to be a struggle for him moving forward.
it gets better than that. Now you've got 6-slotted Miracle, who has a refresher and an Octarine.
Really, he's target number 1 right now. There's too much firepower of this mage.
There's his head spinning. There's just too many heroes. Any of them would be a good news, though. That's the good news. There are 3 really good choices.
He gets 1 Doom off. Doom.
Yeah, it's like, you did it, man. Job complete.
You got past the wall of Lincoln Spears.
Take your hands off the keyboard. This mid one, now gonna push out the top. Yeah, doesn't opt to save for that buyback. Instead, electing to finish up that Shiva's card. I think this is the right choice. You're so far behind. What does buyback really
Radiant's
matter
top
at this point?
barracks are under attack.
You're gonna need to win a lot of fights here.
Oh, the tree and
Jesus.
Radiant's top
control
barracks.
easily
have
taking that range max, and it's going back to this method of split pushing.
Radiant's
Secret.
middle tower is
They're-
under attack.
Gonna force you into committing fight. Where's it gonna be though? Maybe it's around this last Rax. If you can send one area of defense, all under this ward right now. Secret not even bothering to place sentries outside.
Remember that conversation? It was Swimmels and Moo, the Star Ladder panel. You said there's a lot of trash in the game, referring to just like trans. In this case, Forge Spirits, there's some things in the way for a Secret that are just pushing into their base. They have to clear through all this stuff before they can even think about initiating onto the back line.
That's fin commentary. Considering Crow's dream of becoming a garbage. The gem is not.
That's where we came up with this strategy.
Did one gonna shove out
Radiant
area?
are
And I guess
scanning.
if you're this far behind, you can just start to defend only one area, like centralize everything.
That's
Comes
another
immediate.
Chinese proverb, right? In Dota, once you've lost 2 lanes of Rax, the game becomes easier because you only have 1 lane to focus on.
Yeah. Did Jack tell you that?
Yeah.
That sounds like a good one. Is Liquid? They've got the high ground area. Doom
Oh,
expanded. It's an illusion. They waited so long just for that, and Matoma Man got a preemptive.
Alright, double
Shivas.
takes. Is there some way that Secret actually wins with this dude? No, they're gonna have to retreat with a global silence pop right on top of him, trying to. That would be super much into that fight.
So there was a wrong target.
There was a wrong target.
We didn't
indeed.
anticipate that one. He's trying to play decisively. He's like, this is our moment. It's the first person that instantly.
Didn't regret there
Oh,
for Yapsor.
that's rough. And
And
now
we were
Liquid.
praising him for not getting. He's like, he hasn't lost a Doom to a Lincoln's yet. Happens to be an illusion that he.
It's the same thing
Yeah.
as
Oh, Miracle! He's going for the assassination on Puppy again.
this ward has done way too much.
Or actually,
This ward has done way too much.
yeah.
For Liquid, and normally it gets dewarded pretty early on, but I think Secret, they're just
Radiant's
under the
bottom barracks
got
are
feeling
under
the pressure
attack.
right now. Too many things for them to have to worry about.
Secret
Bottom,
just keep
Radiant
this one up.
structures
you might as
are
well.
fortified.
Yeah.
They're gonna pop Glyph, but no
Be
one's
real,
near it.
guys. It's dying.
Starting to be low, but Spirit is making an effort to clean it up as mid lane.
Lane,
This
they're
is what
actually
the
backing him and to dodge some big butt does be caught side. Oh Jesus, he's so tanky. That was actually still implemented.
Radiant's bottom barracks are under
To
Radiant's
burn him
bottom
out, but Miracle
barracks
still gets the
fall.
objective. And every little silver lining for Secret is surrounding Dark Cloud.
in a way, this makes the game, like you said, easier for Secret. It was just stuff that they didn't want to worry about. Well, now you have to worry about it. Focus all your attention on the mid racks and defending it. Side lanes are done already. Who cares about that? That's a foregone conclusion. It's
got
got to
plenty
think
of-
about the future.
got plenty of puts and shrines and way beside them pushes.
Exactly.
Focus on mid and focus on this Roshan fight, right? This is the opportunity for Secret.
The jump's gonna matter. Doesn't have Doom quite yet, but he's gonna start running at Hiroki, trying to force something out.
Somebody be able to force a global bounce or something, but it's on cool. Secret
At the
are
back line
taking
though,
control.
Miracle coming from behind.
Look out, Miracle. Because Zap is coming. It looks like they're going to be able to catch G. They managed to bring him down, so it's a 4 versus 5. Now Secret are trying to retreat back mid lane. Miracle is unstopping that. Pops a refresh, though. He's going to try and catch these heroes with AoE definitely blast. He's hoping to be able to take on this fight 1 versus 2, but gets to 2. He pops the BKB beforehand, so that'll help him out a little bit. And it looks like Secret are no chasing him down. They don't feel comfortable that it's with the rest of the team. Liquid being gone for so long. Ace starts himself away. Looks like we will manage our Doom out there, so you have to make the clean street. Tier 3 take some damage, and all they got out of it was a Night Stalker. No.
Yeah, and another Doom had to be expended for that, but with the BKB down on the side of Miracle, if he was able to do that half earlier, maybe he can just chase him down. But Miracle gonna go for it as Ace out of mana, try to go for the attempt, unable to connect.
Dude, Ace always out of mana every single time I look at a Miracle. He does have BKB. Maybe it would be cool.
No, with the Octarine Core, it's always possible now. As 40 seconds versus pressure. That's how
Gee.
down is just continuing to shift the lanes with his ultimate.
Our Doom cooldown. I bet it's about the same. Oh, jeez. Doom cooldown. The refresher.
I think he's go for his own refresher orb.
Yeah. He needs the double.
Like, it's unfortunate as it is. Pretty much the entire game comes down to can Yaps for Doom to people and get rid of their net worths. It's unfair to put all that pressure on him, but it's the only way that I can see them reasonably making a comeback. Credit to Secret, they kept somewhat close. Like, the gold lead hasn't increased by that much, only 16k despite losing 2 sides.
Yeah, sorry. Get out of here. It's back to base. Okay, so now they don't even have Roshan to worry about. Now it's even simple. It's just sitting in your base waiting for Liquid to come at you.
In a way, it does kind of free your mind, though. Bottom lane, Liquid isn't really focusing on that anymore. It's this mid area. As long as you can make this last hold.
And now you don't have to worry about going outside of your base either to contest Roshan.
Yeah.
One moves forward.
Any sort of initiation.
Outdoor hopes. And let's hunt man.
Yeah, pop the pipe, and with an ace available, it makes the job even more complicated. But this Phantom Lancer is really strong. He's quite slotted, as is the Emperor.
But part of the problem I see is that it's not mana issues, right? Mana is still really important for this Phantom Lancer.
Mana is important for everyone. As Fada,
Jump forward. Alright, so force that back down.
no one is really willing to commit right now. Liquid don't want to throw this lead away, and Secret don't want to leave their base.
And Spirit jumps forward with the Rem. What's he doing? He's going to be caught by Reaper's Scythe. You'll attempt to down, can get out of this one with a Sunstrike, and AoE definitely blast as well. They're going to be able to bring him down. I'm not sure. In one, he's dead. And it's Yapzor. I don't know what that initiation was from Secret, but they seemed ill-prepared for mid-one's YOLO-ness, and now Secret is going to be forced into a 3 versus 5 underneath their own shrine, so at least they go
refresher.
But unfortunately, our Phantom Lancer just isn't able to do a whole lot. He's been stuck inside this Alpha to get out, but every single try to get Ghost just turns out to be a bad one. Mind Control now turns against it with a Bloodthorn, and he's getting a lot of damage onto another doppelganger. He's back to the fountain. His tier 3 is going to start dropping, and Liquid are going to be able to take Mega Creeps off of this win.
And I'm not sure Secret is meant to do to defend against this. There's so many things hitting at their buildings.
Creep everywhere. Venomancer's caught inside this out again. How fitting that Sunstrike takes him down. He may have the HP, he may have the mana. He's even surviving against all 5 members, but the throne will not, and that is why Secret, they're going to call Deech on game number 1.
I feel like Ace never died, but also do enough damage.
Yeah.
They just ignored him, killed everyone else around him, and Liquid. Very nice
That's
effort.
the story of Phantom Lancers most of the time. Right now, it seems like a hero that just doesn't do enough.
GG is called a Secret. Have to try again shortly.
All right, shortly indeed. We're going to have a quick break with commercials. Oh, you guys love those things. And we'll be back with our panel and heading into game number 2.